shown. So stylistically, to keep it the same, make sure the settings for your dynamic text box are the same as your loading graphic. Now for ActionScript to reference that dynamic text box, we need to give it an instance name. So highlight it there, and here underneath the dynamic text box, underneath the dynamic text option there, in the instance name, click there, and we'll call that my output. Now it has an instance name, my output. Now let's see if I can get through the rest of this tutorial without saying dynamic text. I've said it about 30 times already. One more layer we need to create, and that's for actions. And we also need to create another frame, so just highlight in the top of that frame there, drag down, and then right click, and then insert frame. Because in the actions layer there, we need to create 2 blank keyframes. So let's right click in the second frame, insert blank keyframe from the menu there. So with the first frame of the actions layer selected, hit F9. That will bring up the actions panel, and we'll add the action script to start this doing something. And as if by magic, there it is, because I don't want to spend time typing this out. You're watching me type it, or I'll explain it to you. Let's have a good look at this. It's quite straightforward. The percent value, which we're going to be putting into our dynamic text field, which we named my output, which is referenced there on the second line of code, is calculated by taking the total amount of bytes which are loaded, have been received by the browser down through the browser to the user's computer. This is then divided by the total number of bytes of the file, and then multiplied by 100. The output of which is passed as a percentage into your dynamic text field, which we've given an instance name of my output. So bytes loaded divided by total number of bytes multiplied by 100 to give that percentage, fed into your text field, which you've called my output. Now that's all fine and dandy, but once it reaches 100%, we need to make it do something. So if we go to the second frame of the actions layer there, click in that. So frame 1's got the actions on, frame 2's got no actions on, not yet anyway. And within there, if we put some action script, we're here, like magic, there it is. Now this is an if or else statement, and what it's saying that if the percentage loaded is at 100%, the movie will flip over to the next scene. The next scene, of course, as we can see here in our scene panel, is the animation. If it's not reached 100%, then it will go back to playing frame 1, and at frame 1 you can see the code is still trying to calculate what percentage of bytes have loaded. So once it reaches 100%, it'll flip over and go to scene 1 and play your animation. If you hit Control and Enter and preview your movie, I've previewed the movie here but I've paused it because I just wanted to show you the bandwidth profile which is here, which is viewable if you go to the View menu, View, Bandwidth Profile, which is there, Control plus B will bring that up. Gives you details of the frame rate, the file size, it's 130K this movie, and how many frames it has in it. It's got general information, it's quite useful. We can also simulate a download speed here. Again, we go to the View menu, Download Settings. We've got all the choices though, you see, different types of modems from 14.4 kilobytes per second through to DSL settings. Let's try it on a 14.4 setting, so highlight that one, tick, let's just go View and then Simulate Download. Now if you have a 14.4 kilobytes per second modem, poor you, how are you managing to watch this podcast? I have no idea, but as you can see it's simulating that download speed. It's very slow, but that's pretty much it for creating a preloader in ActionScript 2. Very straightforward and very useful. Be sure to send us your suggestions for future editions of Web Design TV. You can reach us at podcast@futurenet.co.uk.